Now, in regards to social media, is that how you got popular? Was the Instagram platform, or did you get popular through a different platform before that?
I've been on so many social media sites and then popped them off. I started on MySpace, and then I took over Twitter, then I took over Vine and YouTube, all that, everything.
And they followed you onto Instagram?
Yep, it's pretty much.
Now, when it comes to Instagram, I mean, you're over 1 million followers.
Right.
So I have some questions regarding that. I mean, even with your Instagram, let's start with the posts. What posts get the biggest reaction for you? What type of posts on Instagram?
A lot of I'm a twerker, OG twerker at that. And they really like it when I change my background. So if I'm like twerking in front of the ice cream truck or twerking on the park or twerking somewhere fun, like, oh my God, I can't believe she did that. Like, I get so many views. I guess it hits the explore page or something because it'd be like so many different types of people that comment under it. So, yeah.
Now, is that how you got popular on social media? Was the twerking stuff, or?
Well, when I first started on social media, it was MySpace, and I started off rapping. And one day I took this picture, and it was kind of, revealing. And then my likes was just like, I was like, okay. So I started taking more pictures, the little hip out, the little butt out, whatever. And ever since then, it's just they follow me everywhere. So.
Now, what platform did the twerking start for you?
I want to say the twerking really popped off on Instagram.
Okay.
Right, because pictures was really my thing back in MySpace days. I used to kill the picture game. I moved over to Twitter. You just talk on there, so you really can't do too much. But Instagram came, videos started popping. Oh, yeah, it's going down.
Well, really, it was Vine with the videos, and then Instagram took that.
But I didn't like how Vine, it was only 6 seconds. I need more time than that.
Now, when it comes to Instagram, do you have an Instagram strategy?
What do you mean?
Like, some people have a certain time of day they post and a certain amount of pictures they might post in a day. Some people just freeball it and just do whatever randomly.
It just depends. If I'm promoting something, then I'll use my insights. You look on your insights, you see how many people follow you, what ages, what time they look at your page. That's when I'll look at that and I'll tell the people, well, if I post at this time, this is when I get the most traffic. That's when I set it up. But as far as when I post, whenever I make it right after.
Now, when it comes to Instagram, a huge feature of Instagram is the DM, the direct messages.
It goes down and out, yeah.
What's in your DMs? What would we find in there?
Everything. Anything you can think of is in my DMs. It's crazy. I don't even read most of them. I skim through them. If they talk about some promo, I'll click on them. Other than that, just delete. It's just too many, between the email messages, the Twitter tweets, and the Snapchat. It's just too many messages. I can't read all of them.
Ever thought about, paying someone just to read them for you?
I was thinking about that, but then again, I don't want nobody all up in my business, so.
Right.
Until then, I just keep on scrolling.
Now, what about people that try to holler at you through the DM? Males versus females. Give me the percentage there. If you could put a percentage on it.
I would say 33% women and the rest men. Because it is some females that try to talk to me. I think it's cute. It's flattering, but, strictly dickly.
Now, what about, famous people that try to holler at you? Like athletes and musicians and other types of celebrities, maybe? Does that happen?
That happens too, but I treat them like regular people. It really don't, you're not benefiting me in any type of way, really. So we can be cool. I'll just be chilling.
What do you seem to get more of the famous people? More athletes, more musicians, more of another type of celebrity? What do you?
I would say athletes. More athletes. It's
Football?
Between athletes and musicians. They neck and neck.
Football, basketball, baseball, soccer?
Well, basketball and football.
Now, you don't have to say any names, but has there been anybody that's famous that's DM'd you trying to holler that you were, maybe fond of their work or maybe a fan of their work, or anybody that surprised you, or?
Yeah. I'm a fan of a couple of them, but
Now, how do you deal with hateful and negative comments? How do you deal with that?
I think it's all about how your personality. I'm a fun person. I'm happy, So if I see something hateful, okay, that don't got nothing to do with me. That's something you got going on within yourself. I just delete it, block, and move on with my life. Everybody get hate comments, so that's normal.
Clap back?
Oh, I'm a clap back queen. I'll take it there now, real quick. I gotta learn how to watch that though. You know, I'm about to start trying to come on up, so I gotta be careful what I say. But until then, don't try it.
Now, what about Snapchat? Are you on Snapchat?
I love Snapchat. I love Snapchat.
Is your Snapchat lit?
My Snapchat is so lit. They love my Snapchat. Ever since I started my Snapchat, people have been like taking more to me because I'm speaking now. You know, they're getting to know my personality and they really love it. So they tell me. So I like Snapchat. It lets me, you know, let people see how I really am.
Now, how are your DMs on your Snapchat versus your Instagram?
Crazy. Like, I hate looking through Snapchat DMs, especially when I'm out in public. One time I was at Walmart and this guy walked up to me to get my number. I didn't know he was there, and I was looking at my Snap. I opened it up and it was a big, large, you know what. He was looking like, I was looking like, so that's just too much. Just keep your schlongs in your pants.
Why do you think guys do that? Because every time I do an interview with a female like yourself, they always say they hate receiving them. But if you guys feel like you hate receiving them and you guys don't like seeing them, why do you think guys send that stuff to you guys?
You know, I think it's because, you know, we take sexy pictures or whatever, so they think, okay, you're showing off your sexy thing. I want to show you I got a sexy thing too and stuff like that, but don't flatter yourself. Nobody likes looking at other people's property. So, yeah.
Now, what is your Snapchat screen name?
My Snapchat is I'm Ghetto Barbie. I am Ghetto Barbie.
So it's different than your Instagram and...
Yeah, it was already taken somehow when I tried to sign up for it, so...
Now let me ask you this. What's your opinion of the future of social media platforms? Because Snapchat has been very popular, it's red hot, but then all of a sudden recently, Instagram has implemented a new feature called Instagram Stories, which is kind of a similar feature that Snapchat is known for having.
Right.
Have you tried Instagram Stories out yet?
I have, and I picked Snapchat over it because I feel like it's a setup. You know, Instagram always trying to trick you into doing something and delete your page or deactivate it. I'm like, nope, I'm not making no videos on there. If you want to see some snaps, you better go to Snapchat because it ain't nothing but a setup. I know I changed my page to a business page, and like 2 days after I changed it, my page was disabled. That was crazy. I was like, this is set up.
Now, when you said you've gone through 26 Instagram profiles, is that because people report you and disable you and so on and so forth, or is that because people are hacking you, or what's going on with that?
It's reporting. People reporting my pictures. I think, you know, Instagram, their guidelines is community-based, so it's whatever the community feels is wrong. So if 100,000 people are reporting that picture, they're going to disable your page even though they didn't see what you posted. It's based off the clicks and reports. That's not how I think it goes because I read the guidelines and it pretty much sums it up. It's what the people think. You might not think it's, you know, bad, but if somebody else does, then it got to come down.
So how does it work? Do you get a warning before you get disabled?
Well, it depends on what type of content it is. If it wasn't nothing that bad, they'll just give you a warning. But if it was something like, you know, you shouldn't have put that up there, your page just be gone. You try to log in and be like, you've been logged out. If we made a mistake, you know, contact us. So.
Now, when it's disabled, does that mean the page is still up, you just can't log into it?
Right. It's like they changed the name to like disabled something with some numbers after it, and they just keep it there. It's still there. Every time your page gets deleted, it's still there. You just got to get it back. You got to really like spam them. Like you got to go in with the messages.
So there's 26 times you haven't been able to get it after it's been disabled.
Yes, and I've got 2 backup pages with one had 500,000 and the other one had almost 100,000 gone, disabled. They didn't let those come back, so I was like, at least I got my main page still, so whatever.
So are you extra careful on what you post?
I'm extra careful, like, no. My page is so PG-13, like, my page used to go off back in the day, but now I'm making niggas pay to see it, so. And I made a profit out of it, so it worked for me in the end. Thank you, Instagram.
So you haven't had too much trouble with this profile that's currently over 1 million followers?
Yeah, my page has been deleted like 5 times already, and I've had it for almost 2 years.
Deleted or disabled?
Disabled.
Okay.
Like it'll tell you when they disable. You know, you won't be able to get your account back, but once you spam the messages, they end up, you know, then you have it back. Well, let me have it back.
So you basically have to plead your case to Instagram on why.
Yeah, you have to be like, you know, I did abide by the rules. I didn't violate any of the terms, and then they'll reactivate it.
You have a set template message already?
Yep, it's already saved. I just copy and paste. Bloop, 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 bloop. I bet they be like, oh my God, Jesus, somebody reactivate this girl page.
Has there been times with the current profile that you have that's over 1 million that you've been scared you might not get this page back?
Yes. And that's how I make my money. So I'm like, I need to get that page back so I can get my money popping. But I'm like, that's why I'm trying to go take left with my music so I can go come up on some other stuff. So I won't just be dependent on Instagram to, pipe me up.
Now, how does that work? Your page gets disabled. You can't get it back. I mean, you've been through that 26 times. How do people find your new page?
People come looking for me. They come looking for me every time. So it might take me a minute to get it back up there, but eventually it's going to get back up there.
But I imagine that there are fake profiles and fake pages of you.
It's a lot. It's been people that have come up to me in public and be like, hey, Ashley. I'll be like, who is Ashley? Remember me off Facebook? That's kind of creepy, but other than that, like, I just got to tell them, like, you've been catfished. Just calm down. Keep calm. Nice to meet you. See you later.
How do you try to get these fake pages stopped, or?
Yeah, I do. If it's like posting like really bad content stuff, like being messy, like it's a couple of pages on there that's scheming people out of money, like those cash Western Union scams. That I'll try to get them deleted because that hurts my business. They're gonna be like, oh, I seen her woo 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 on that page trying to get money. If you got a bank account, holla at me, But no, I don't do stuff like that.
Now, what else do you see fake pages of? Just other pages on Instagram, or have you seen other fake pages and profiles on different mediums? Like, for instance, I've talked to a lot of girls that's seen a lot of fake pages with Backpage and Craigslist and so on and so forth.
Backpage is a big issue, and Backpage is a big issue. I have people, my location will say Atlanta, and they'll be like, are you in Houston right now? Well, somebody has your pictures up, and I just be like, oh, okay, well, that happens a lot. It's not me. We'll move on. But it's common sense. If my location say Atlanta and you see an ad in Dallas, that it's not me. But yeah.
Unless you're creeping. Maybe you're creeping.
Unless I'm creeping, but I'm not creeping.
Now, when it comes to social media, what's your biggest pet peeve with it overall? What bothers you the most about it?
What bothers me the most is
at this point
probably people that are miserable and that come in your comments talking shit just because they don't feel good about themselves. Like, you can't bring somebody down that's already all the way up. Like, it don't affect me in no kind of way.
So now you had 2 backup pages deleted, but what about now? Do you still have a backup page?
I don't. I need to make another one before this one goes down again because it happens often.
Now, what's the point of a backup page?
It's just like a page that if your main page get deleted, you can fall back on where people can start following you again. You get your followers back up. But I use it to promote my website.
Now, what about hacked? Have you ever been hacked?
I haven't, because I ain't no sucker. I ain't no sucker.
I noticed that, happens to a lot of
That's because
popular people.
It really is really easy to, I've seen the emails that people have been getting, it'll look like an Instagram email. It'll come from an Instagram email, but they'll like change the end. It'll be like Instagram support@gmail.com. Some people ain't gonna know. They're gonna go try to click on it and bye-bye page. See you later.
So that's how people get hacked.
Yeah, that's how they do it. Or they're writing you and saying, hey, Instagram, where's this Instagram? We want to verify you. Enter your password and put in your information, and then they'll just take your whole page and change your password.
So hackers basically fish through maybe your email.
Right. And this is where they mess up. They go and write you an email from the email that's in your bio. But any person in their right mind wouldn't put the email that's in their bio that connected to their page, because it's telling people that's. So my email is totally different. Like, it's an email from way back in the day. You ain't getting up in there. Trust me.
Now, what about stalkers?
Ooh.
Do you have stalkers? Have you had to deal with stalkers? I've been seeing that in the media pretty heavily. I've seen Chris Brown, Usher, Ashanti. These guys have faced stalkers in court. It's been that serious.
I got some borderline stalkers, but not really like stalking me to the point where I gotta file a police report, nothing like that. Some guys they express their fascination different. It's kind of creepy. You gotta tell them, hey, you're being a creep, fall back, for real.
Now, when it comes to your booking, and obviously you have your booking information on your profile, what's been your strangest booking request so far that you've received?
I got someone that wanted to book me for a photo shoot popping balloons. So that was pretty weird. I want to say something else, but that's kind of explicit. It might be too much for the ears of the people, so I'm not going to say that one. But yeah, that's probably the most weirdest.
Popping balloons? That sounds like an easy gig.
You think? No, I think it's weird. Just popping balloons? That sounds like.
I mean, do you have to be naked to pop the balloons?
Yeah, it sounds like more of a fetish than a photo shoot. Popping balloons, like what? No, I don't want to do it.
What? I mean, even if you're fully clothed?
Well, it wasn't fully clothed. It was like a naked popping
Oh,
balloon.
so it was a naked.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay,
Yeah,
so you have to be naked.
Yeah,
oh,
like
okay.
What?
Got you.